Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 on the French River. As you can hear, my voice isn't as bad as last night, miraculously. I got 4 hours of sleep. I know I got 4 hours because I went to bed. Had to have been at least 11 o'clock waiting to see some stars. And the next thing, when I woke up on the ground, I'll explain that after. I woke up on the ground, refilled the air mattress, and looked at the time, and so I still kind of really feel cruddy, but it's a different kind of, oh, I'm sick, I feel like crap, because you can't let yourself get really feeling bad out here. If you let yourself get to a certain point, you're going to be like, oh, what have I gotten myself into? And then you're going to feel like you're in a useless scenario, that there's nothing you can do about your situation, when in fact you're only feeling sick. You're still moving, you're still maybe aching and sore, but you can still do what you got to do. Oh, it was the tarp. I thought I heard a fish jump when I was awake early this morning. I'm talking the frickin' crack of dawn. I decided, well, I'm awake, I might as well throw the fishing line out there. I put a jitterbug on and started doing some casting. Nothing, not even a bite. So I tried little bits of everything that I have in my fishing tackle, from mimic minnows to spinners to the weird L-shaped thing with the tassel looking things on it. I don't know the name of all my fish gear. Come on, bear with me. Yeah, I tried just about everything, and I could not even get a nibble. But I mean, also, when it was like what would be feeding hour for fish, there's no fish biting at the surface. There's no activity. I don't know if there's really a whole lot of fish in the area. I've seen minnows swimming up by the shore here. And I seen one bigger fish he had longer fins. He almost looked like a catfish, but he wasn't flat enough to be a catfish, if you know what I mean. He was more like a bass shaped, but just a little different. So this is another reason why I'd like to get catching some fish, so I can know what the heck is out here. Anyhow, I'm going to think about starting my breakfast. Maybe I'll finish my coffee first, then I'll start my breakfast. But I got things set up. I got a 9-inch skillet, cast iron. I'm going to do some bacon and pancakes this morning. I got to dig that stuff out still too, but believe me, it's here. And then make a sense of all this mess. I had to pull half everything out of my food bag just to get to where the pancakes and stuff are. This is still a mess because that's still all set up. That orange piece of crud right there, I have woken up on the ground every time I've laid on it. I do not like it anymore. It has a hole in it somewhere and you can't find it because of the fabricy material. So much for Thermarest. On a plus note, this Dragon X-Dragon solar panel is just kicking butt. I've been keeping everything fully charged. Oh look, just as I said that, battery symbol's flashing on the camera. So I'll swap it out and that'll be the next thing sitting on this charger. Wait for it. Wait. There he is. Yo, these guys are going to do. Right on. So I just had the, as you can see, all their jet wash from their boat leaving. The ministry, the conservation guys stopped and chatted for about 15 minutes, trying to give me some advice on what I could catch out here, because I was telling them I haven't caught a single thing yet. I find that hard to believe because out here I guess it's pretty abundant fishing, but we'll lick this fish problem one day. We just won't lick the fish. Anyhow, good conversation, good talking. They didn't even ask to see my park permit, although I do have it. I can produce it if they decide to ask one day. Even asking about the repair on the boat, you know, as long as I'm not in any worries or troubles, they're just doing their job, you know what I mean? So even though my voice is sounding a little bit better, still getting a lot of really easy overheating, just not feeling 100%, but you know what? I'm still enjoying this. I mean, what would I be doing at home? Let's see, it's Saturday? No, today's Sunday morning. Not a heck of a lot, I'll tell you that. Resting after filming some great racing. By the way, if you just stumbled across these camping videos and haven't seen the racing videos, I really, really encourage you to go check them out. Great cars, great people, awesome place with a great staff. I mean, you can't ask for a better facility when it comes to community. Now, I know I'm going off on a tangent about the track, but hear me out. With some things that have happened recently at the track, it's really going to need a lot of support, get a lot of patrons, bring in some new people, bring back originals. We really got to pump that track up. I honestly would like to see a multi-million-dollar restoration of that track one day. It is historic. The track's been around so long. It will, at one point, receive a historical designation. Can you do that for a racetrack? I think the Americans do it, so why can't we? Anyways, back to camping. After the, what do you call those? Conservation authority of sorts. After they left, I decided I was just going to chill, drink some more coffee, try and get feeling a little bit better. You hear the more I talk, the more my voice is starting to fade. So we'll keep it short. I'm going to start preparing some breakfast and show you guys what I'm working with for breakfast. Welcome to my kitchen. For the next little bit, this is my kitchen. Kind of nervous because those rattlesnakes that were over there are somewhere in through here. I know it, I heard them once already, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. What we're dealing with today, what are we cooking for breakfast, which was practically lunch now, but you eat when you're hungry, they say, right? We got us some bacon. Yes. Out here, middle of French River Provincial Park, and we have bacon. We also have white legs. We're going to work on that today. Well, I may not end up filming this whole little cooking routine, save some space on the memory card, because I am supposed to have another 32 gigabyte memory card. Can't find it, but I do have another 8 gigabyte for emergency. So what we have here, it's fish crisp, and we're not using that today. Might not even use it on the trip because I'm not so sure about cleaning fish. It's your pancake mix, double bagged, cooking oil in an old e-juice bottle, cooking oil, and maple syrup, not e-juice. I wrote it right on the bottom. See, syrup. Syrup, not e-juice. A pan, I guess we'll get that starting to heat up at a low temperature. But first, I guess I should mix up my mix, right? Okay. So off camera, I'm gonna mix up my mix and heat that up, and then there it is, the first of many pancakes. I'm going to eat this, eat some bacon, and enjoy my breakfast. We'll catch up when we're about to leave the site. Got to save memory card space, unfortunately. But there's many more things to see. So, breakfast. Okay, so I have mostly everything packed up. Mostly everything. Just like a few last little items to tuck into the big bag, and then carry it all down over to the boat, and then I guess we'll get moving towards wherever we're going to go. I'll try to say that again. Then we'll get moving towards wherever we're going to go. Sorry with the whole throat thing. Sometimes I have to repeat myself because it ain't coming out right. Okay, so looking at the map, gonna update you guys a little bit. Okay, this is kind of awkward to film because I'm trying not to be my own shadow and I'm trying to keep it in focus. So, where we started from was Hartley Bay right here. And we went all the way around to 608. Is that 608? No, that's 607. 608 right there. That's where we spent the first night. We made our way over down here, past one of my old favorite sites, 628. And then we made our way down and over to here, 632. And that's where we currently are, site 632. Now, see, my choice is I can either go up and around and we can go up the French River, the main channel here, which I've never done before. There's an old train bridge here. Or we can make our way down and go up the Peckerel, but there's a lot of residential there. I really don't want to go near there. Or we can work our way down and through here. So far, I'm kind of leaning towards checking out the French River. A little bug on my shoe. Didn't want to leave. So we may not end up paddling that far today. But we'll at least check out where this is. There's multiple sites to choose from. One of them on a little island. So I'm going to check that out. I definitely got to check that out. It's Sunday, so maybe a lot of park goers are leaving by now. I hope. There's actually quite a bit of people just paddling, motorboating. A lot of people in the park this weekend. But it is a long weekend, so it should have been expected. It just didn't clue into me. Alright, I'm going to finish getting the boat loaded and let's get the heck out of 632. Got the boat most of the way loaded. Although, I'm looking at how many different items are in that I have to carry. Potentially a portage. Even though it's only marked for like, what, 9 meters? It's still that many things to walk back and forth to get. So I'm going to see if I can't minimalize that before we take off. Just a quick note, this is a little light holder piece I got from Dollar Store. If you do this with it, guess it wants to go down there. There. I've got my map right in front of me while I'm paddling. And got my music right there. Oh yeah, one more thing guys. Frying pan achieved. PUBG, eat your heart out. Alright, come with me guys for one final walk around. Make sure we're not forgetting anything here. Coffee cup, classic. Don't let me forget that. Let's go get me that coffee cup. How's this for a nice little shortcut through? Yeah, see there's a lot of boat traffic that goes down that way. Canoes, boats, a lot of stuff not coming back. So I'm thinking there's actually a lot more people down in that part of the park. Just kind of glad I'm going this direction. That looked pretty interesting. Looks like a giant section of quartz. Like huge section. Beautiful area I'm in, by the way. Let's take some of that zoom out. I believe me when I say that it's French River is not exactly a river. It's more like a whole bunch of water together. But I mean, it does have flow, sort of, going out towards Georgian Bay, but you never feel it. If there was flow, I'm floating against the flow right now. That's just the wind pushing me. Just kind of taking it easy. There's no shade. The sun is straight above our heads. Let's go get a closer look at this section of quartz here. So upon closer examination, it's not, well, it could be. Like that's all white, crystally white looking rock. I don't know if the camera sees it the same way my eyes do. That is cool. Love seeing stuff like that out here. And then there's this little hole right there. There's a hole in the rock. So this is about like an hour or 2 hours later, something like that. That's where we come from. This is where we are. And around this corner is where we're going. We're going to explore a site or two coming up here in a minute. This looks more like a river, doesn't it? Okay, this is probably what most people picture when they think French River. But as you've seen from other parts of the video, it's not quite a river. This is part of the main channel. This is actually an island in the middle of the channel. So careful footwork. We're going to go check this out. There's a site up here. See? 636. Imagine you still got to be careful of snakes. Yeah, it's a site alright. This is not my choice of site for the evening though. But I figured it might be cool to stop and have a wee little bit of a look around. See what kind of a view it offers. Kind of reminds me of Vasquez rock, but covered in trees, just because of the way it's all linear like that. There's the other half. I told you it's an island. I think that's the side boats go on, so I'm not too afraid of my canoe being rocked around over where it is. I did curiously see something here a second ago. Where did it go? It was a little blue, there it is. A little blue tag, 1711. That's not a game tag, is it? 8.17711. Almost looks like a frequency. Huh. I'd be looking down on the site. And it's got more of a wander area up there. Look at this. Look at that, blueberries. They're just little, but they're good. Looking carefully, making sure there's no ropes. Very awesome. Very cool view. Okay, well, a very gorgeous little site. Oh, one more thing to show you. Just can't go too quick through here because you always gotta look for them snakes. You won't see them until it's too late. Apparently, there's a thunderbox out here somewhere. In other words, a little toilet for pooping in the woods. Yep, you heard me. Alright. Back to the canoe, on with the adventure. Look at that, there's even more blueberries all through down here. I've already stopped and ate like a handful. And I'm going to stop there before I give myself an upset stomach. Quick story, my daughter Artemis. By the way, if you're watching this, Artemis, I love you, I miss you a lot. And here's an interesting little story about blueberries and my daughter Artemis. We brought home a big carton of blueberries. I can't remember, it was probably from Briarwood or something. And I wasn't paying attention. She somehow got them out of the fridge and ate the whole thing. We're not talking a small little quart of blueberries, we're talking a big one. And she didn't get an upset stomach or nothing. I even told her, I was like, you're gonna get an upset stomach now. You just ate all those blueberries. Didn't even faze her. She just loved blueberries that much. Cute little story I thought you guys like. Love you, Artie. Something else I thought I'd take a quick 20 seconds to point out. You don't have to be a geologist to see it. But all of everything that's on this angle of a layer, like if you look at Vasquez Rock down in California, it just depends which side you're looking at it from. A lot of it's like this. I wonder if it's any bit the same, and if so, heading east, when does it start to sit like this? And what's at the middle where this meets this, you know what I mean? Because that's a constant all through here. So, well, it does change up face sometimes, but like, you still see it in amongst it. Any geology students out there care to explain that? Oh, see that way down there? We're heading that direction. So you guys will be getting a better shot of this very soon. How's that for a little bit better shot of this bridge? That's pretty cool. I'm gonna guess, just going on a limb here and say I gotta go to the left side. Because it looks like those rocks are almost all the way across the right side. We'll have another look once we get through and under. Boom, just like that, we're through. Look at that, eh? It's like one of the only rail lines in this area going north. I think it's marked on the map what it is, but I have no idea how to read that part or if it even is. But there it is from the other side. Now we continue to go up this way, and the next campsite's after this little island piece. Believe it or not, this is all island out in the middle here. Then is the next campsite we look for. Well, I definitely got a challenge ahead of me, and I'm not sure we're going to tackle it tonight. We got lots of hours of sunlight left, so I'm thinking we're going to do the portage, because the people that just tried, here's what happened for them. They're alright. They're okay. They got barrels and everything for keeping things waterproof, life jackets. And the folks in the boat there are making sure that they're okay. So all is well. But they're called the Flat Rapids. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rearrange things. Might actually even put the life jacket on. Maybe even throw record while we zip across over to where the portage is. There's a portage trail along here somewhere, 25 meters. We're going to do that. Thinking about it, guys. You guys aren't waterproof. I have to put you away in a waterproof bag. But right after we make it, don't worry, I'll get you back out and give you an update. I promise. Alright guys, come with me. I'll show you the portage trail. Sort of. They made it across. These are the guys that tipped across the river here. No problem at all. Give them a wave. Alright, we'll go check it out. We gotta be quick though, because we are running out of memory card space. Where did I come from? Over here. It's gnarly, but it's not bad. At least it's there. We gotta carry a canoe through this possibly. I might just line the canoe through this side. We'll figure that out in a minute. Alright, I've already looked for snakes. I'll show you something else cool that I found. If I can remember where the hell I seen it. Aha. It's down in here? No. Somewhere I seen part of an old boat. Huh, we'll have to find it on the way back again. This way. Right here. Pretty neat, eh? Here's some of what we're bypassing with this portage. It's pretty serious. I talked to these two people on the boat out here. He went for a swim after he watched the others go under in the canoe. Okay, let's save some memory card and get to this. Okay. Oh my god, I did it. That boat's heavier than it looks. But we successfully portaged around all of that. I am worn out. I load the boat. Maybe along the way pump some more water so I don't have to when I find a campsite. Let's hope there's camp available. We'll get this show on the road. Well guys, dang. Worst case scenario. I paddled my ass off to try and get to either, well here let me tell you the site name. 524 or 525. Both back there. I'll show you on the map later on, and they're both fully occupied. Many tents each site. I got 3 more chances. It's almost 6:30 at night, I think. Wish me luck. Approaching 7 o'clock. Paddling and paddling and paddling. I can see where the sites are. At least one of them way up here, and I see red at it, which is usually a canoe pulled up on the bank. If there's one site available, I'll take it. I'll take whatever's there. I've been paddling a long time. There's a lot of nice cottages out here too though. Still on the same river. Back to paddling I go. Well guys, we made it. Doesn't look occupied. What is this? 5:23. Let's go up and have a quick peek before we load all the gear up there. Alright, here is the site. We got a spot for a tent up there. Probably going to opt for this spot right here though. Oh, nice little fire pit. Lots of firewood. And that's awesome. This is an unspoken rule where, unless otherwise in like emergency, if you're not able to then you can't, but you're always supposed to leave a little firewood for the next guy coming off the water. You don't know what their situation could be, like mine. I am exhausted from that portage. And although I still could collect firewood if I have to, it's kind of nice that I don't really have to. Probably still will. So let's go get the rest of the gear, get her done. Alright, so the bugs are a little worse tonight, but I've got no problem with that. Thanks to my awesome sponsor, Jen. Jen, if you're watching, the bug spray is working great. I mean, I've got 3 full cans of it, so I don't have to exactly be sparingly now, do I? I've got some neighbors across the way over here. There's a little inlet this way. There's like a whole crew of them. I think those were the guys that flipped their boat earlier. There's like 2 canoes worth of guys there. And looks like they got a decent little camp going on. Cottage over there, cottage there. A ginormous amount of cottages over there. And a fat little chipmunk running down there. Do you see him? Cool. Wildlife with Random Andrew. Okay, whoa. So we're going to finish setting up some camp. I need to go get some water. I should have had the solar thing out charging tonight. But I think in my travels tomorrow, I'm just going to lay it across the gear and let it charge as we're going. I'll just have to make sure I don't get it wet. Alright, now that the tent's all set up and the tarp in case it rains, it really doesn't look like there's too much chance of that. Oh look, I have a kitchen. This is dinner tonight. It's noodles with beef and mushroom sauce. Yes, that makes it into the garbage. This is the brand I found at Canadian Tire. And oh look, the kettle's already boiling. 1 cup of boiling water added. It's got to sit for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll be able to eat my dinner. In the meantime, what a gorgeous sunset. I can hear a generator humming away over there. I'm hoping that goes off by a certain time, but I mean, small price to pay. Honestly, didn't think there would be this many people over here, but I should have guessed by all the properties. Long weekend. Ooh, big mosquito. Okay, I'm gonna wait and eat my supper. I'll let you guys know how it turns out. So let's do us a bit of a recap. Oh, it's not Google Earth, but it'll do. Normally when I do my adventures out here, I'll work my way on out towards Georgian Bay. Good old Georgian Bay. See? And I thought this year I was going to try and go from this over. But because I'm sick, I decided not to really go too far. But you know what? I am starting to feel quite a bit better. I did a lot of paddling, a lot more paddling today than I thought. So let's recap. Day one, we went from Hartley Bay over to 601. Only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kilometers at the most. And then we made our way on day two down to 632. Right here. See, not very far. I wasn't traveling very far while I wasn't feeling well. And today we went from 632. So we got about half a click, half a click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We paddled about 10 kilometers today. I'll have to minimalize on filming because I only have 13 minutes worth of space on this card left. And as well an 8 gigabyte card, which will probably fill up in no time. So we may have to kind of halt on the filming unless I can find my other card. I'm going to look for it tonight. In the middle of eating supper, noticed it's time for the epic Photoshop moment. Well, you really do got to watch your step around here. I'll get right down on the ledge to get this. What do you guys think? That'll make a great shot right there. And we're all done. Ooh, don't fall down there. You'll be all done too. Right on. So yeah, we got cottages all in along here. Campsite just over here. Cottage over here. We're in cottage country. Probably still better than back country. Okay, I'm gonna go finish my supper. But just to conserve on a little bit of memory card space, I'm gonna say, guys, I hope you enjoyed today. It really sucks I gotta cut down some of the amount that I can film to stretch out the 9 days. But I'll do what I can. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the night.